Somos celebs, pull up loco, loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo, photo, photo now. But for now, I'm loco, loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. Big up yourself, man. You know we're always here for you, man. I've had to rise up again. You get me? The Gyökeres things are madness, man. I don't even want to be here talking about this. I thought I was actually going to get him. I wanted it to fall apart, but it is where it is, man. Obviously, you know me already. I always come true with a video first. So I'm going to play the Fabrizio video. He speaks about Osimhen, he speaks about Rashford, and he speaks about Gyökeres. So I'll play you the video and then we'll get straight into it and you look and see what's going on. Like I said, this is from Fabrizio Romano's page. It's not my video. If you want to go watch the full video, go there. So yeah, I'm going to play the video now anyway.
Moment in the negotiation between Arsenal, Sporting, Victor Gyokeres and his agents, especially the role of his agents to try get the deal done. And now the here we go is really imminent. Maybe while you're watching this video, the here we go is already there. At the moment, it's here we go soon because Arsenal are closing in on this deal for Victor Gyokeres. Sporting, while I'm recording this video, have still not confirmed anything officially or privately. So at the moment, still working on the final details of the deal, but the here we go is coming for Victor Gyokeres. And for Arsenal fans, it's a big moment. I spent basically the last 8-9 days here on the channel telling you, calma, relax, don't worry. There are reports from Portugal, Fabrizio, saying that the deal is off. Don't worry. There are reports saying that the deal is too complicated, Arsenal leaving the negotiations. Don't worry. Arsenal delegation left Portugal to return to London, so the deal is off. Don't worry. Never worry, because in this case, remember these guys when Victor Gyokeres will be at the Emirates with Arsenal shirt in his hands. Victor Gyokeres did everything possible to be an Arsenal player. If today we had at the here we go stage, it's because Victor Gyokeres tried in every way to make it happen. And he gave up on a small part of his salary package. I already told you early last week how Gyökeres was prepared to do that and was a crucial step in the conversation. But also at some point, there was the possibility for him maybe to find a different way in this tension between Arsenal and Sporting. And that way could be Saudi, with a massive proposal discussed also by Sporting. Something like, okay, if we don't get a deal done with Arsenal, you can go to Saudi. It's big money, way higher than the salary offered by Arsenal. Victor Gyokeres and this camp, the reply was very clear from the player, thanks, but for me, it's only Arsenal Football Club. No chance for other moves, no chance for other possibilities. And then what happened? On this Sunday, many important things happened. With two meetings, one taking place in the afternoon, the other one tonight. Arsenal basically prepared the story by giving their willingness to get closer to what Sporting wanted, but also the role of the agents has been important because they reduce their commission in the deal. So instead of getting the 10% from Sporting, they will now reduce that number. And so Arsenal are prepared to pay 63.5 million euros fixed guaranteed fee for Victor Gyokeres. So that's going to be the fixed part of the deal, 63.5. Arsenal will also pay part of the commission to the agent of the player, so the final numbers will be higher. But in terms of transfer fee, the commission is in every single deal in football, not just in this one. So we have to talk about transfer fee, and the transfer fee will be 63.5 million euros to Sporting. Plus 10 million euros in add-ons. These add-ons are being completed in these hours, and this is what's going to bring us to the here we go, the structure of the add-ons, but there are no problems, no big issues. Arsenal are quite relaxed also because they started exchanging official emails with Sporting to complete the transfer, and so Victor Gyokeres to Arsenal is about to become a here we go. Again, maybe while you are watching this video is already going to be a here we go because any minute it can come, waiting for a final approval from Sporting on the add-ons, and then Victor Gyokeres, new Arsenal striker. We are almost there after a long saga, with the player always first giving priority to Arsenal, then saying only Arsenal Football Club. With a very strong position and made a difference in a very tense situation between the Sporting, the agents of the player, Arsenal, but never with the deal collapsing, never with the deal off. And so now for Arsenal fans, after a week spent here on the channel on YouTube, putting here my face and telling you this deal is gonna happen, this deal is ongoing, this deal is not collapsing, this deal is on, now we are at the here we go. Then guys, let me clarify that reports, some stories you sent me on all social media about Man United maybe hijacking the deal for Galatasaray For Victor Osimhen, from what I'm told, this is not true. Victor Osimhen is getting closer to joining Galatasaray. 40 million euros fee, 35 million euros in add-ons, so 75 million euros between fixed part and, not add-ons, but guaranteed money in installments. So basically Galatasaray will pay 75 million euros, 40 immediately, 35 in few years. Now Napoli have to give the final approval to this bid with back guarantees, but Galatasaray are getting closer. Galatasaray are always confident to sign Osimhen. New contracts to take place in a new week, but for sure Galatasaray remain the favorite to sign Victor Osimhen. Man United are not part of this story, not part of this conversation, also because Galatasaray are going to give Osimhen an important salary, 16 million euros net per season. Man United were never going to be at the table for those numbers in terms of salary. So that's the Victor Osimhen story. Forget about the Ajax. Let me tell you again what I told you yesterday about Marcus Rashford. Many people told you now Barca are going very strong to get the deal done for Rashford. I'm still told that Barcelona, as of Sunday, have still not decided what they want to do with the winger. Rashford is an option. Rashford wants to go to Barcelona, but Man United have not received any bid or any official contact from Barca. Barca internally still have to decide whether they want to go for Rashford or another player. We know they dream of Luis Diaz, but it's complicated. But at the moment, they've not started an official negotiation yet for Rashford, so that situation remains one to watch for sure, but not guaranteed for Barcelona at this stage.
That's what he's saying, man. That's what he's saying. The dream's over, man. The dream's done, bro. The Gyökeres dream is over, mate. Yeah? Forget about it. Listen, they've all come out yesterday, said it's more or less here we go. It's more. You might as well just say it's here we go, bro. It's not happening. So Gyökeres is going to Arsenal. That's another strike out the way. Osimhen's a myth as well. He just spoke about that. And he's basically, look, this is what he said before about Osimhen. It's basically the same thing. Many questions on Osimhen and Man United. I was always told for the club the deal was not advancing of one reason. He never wanted to reduce his salary. Do you know what I mean? That's what's going on with Osimhen. So Osimhen's never coming to United. That's out the way. Forget about that. He's just said it again. That's a myth. Gyökeres is a myth. Who do we get a striker now? You lot tell me who you think we should get a striker. I've got a few people we've been linked with, but it's not good enough. It's not solidified. And to go from top strikers like Gyökeres and Osimhen to now be looking at players like Moise Kean and all these guys is crazy, bro. But yeah, man, listen, hit up the likes, man. Let's start off by hitting up the likes. And if you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is normal. This is every day we're here for you lot. So make sure you hit the like button so the thing can just go bananas. But yeah, that's the situation right now. So Fabrizio, as you've heard with the video, he's saying Gyökeres is more or less done. Here we go can happen anytime. As that video was being made, he said, here we go can happen now. So that's more or less done. Let's forget about it. It's done. David Ornstein, Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, they're probably the three most reliable right now. They've all said that. So, yeah, it's a myth. And like I just showed you, Osimhen as well, he's out the window. He's probably going to go to Galatasaray. It's not solidified yet, but his wages, he's getting 16 million a year. We're never going to pay that. No one in Europe is paying that apart from Turkish clubs. They're the only ones that are paying this type of money. So Osimhen is going to Galatasaray because of the 16 million they're offering him. And he doesn't care about going to a big club. He just wants his money. As long as you can pay his wage, he's cool. So that's the situation with Osimhen. Gyökeres is a myth. I just told you. Let me read some of these. Though. We need to sign Osimhen now that Gyökeres has gone to Arsenal. Bro, I just showed you. Osimhen's a myth. Osimhen ain't happening. Fabrizio just said it. He said 16 million is what he wants a year. No one ain't paying that. Apart from, I don't know what money they got in Turkey. They're paying Duran. Duran's got 310k. Fenerbahce are paying him. So they're paying some crazy money. We need a top striker. I agree with you. But who's left, though? Who do you think is available, Match? I'll say Ollie Watkins. That's the only person that I'll say is left. That is kind of in the Prem anyways. But he wouldn't even be a top striker. But in the Prem, it could be. Didn't need either, honestly. Was too much gas over them both. Their numbers wouldn't be the same in Premier League. Not expected. I'm not even bothered about the Arsenal deal. Oh, yeah. I kind of came off it, innit? I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of came off it where it was like, he's gonna go to Arsenal, man. When he was working for them too much and he came out and he said he prefers Arsenal, I said, yeah, it's a myth. But it's like I still had that, like there was all these little reports coming that it's gonna collapse. I still had that little bit in me, like it could happen, but it's what it is, man. What about Bruno? We ain't heard nothing yet, but this is meant to be the week for Bruno. for Mbumo. This is the week. Pre-season member starts on the 19th, which is in 5 days. So this is the week. Mbumo is my only concern. Suppose a better bid got accepted. We'll see. Yeah, man. I think the bid's going to get accepted the next one, but it's just if we're going to make the bid ASAP. Watkins got to be, but I can't believe we are linked to Jackson. No, that's nothing serious, man. We must be desperate. That Jackson one's not serious, Joe. I'm going to show you in a minute what that Jackson one was. A lot of people link us to play people, and they don't even think. Like, people don't even read the actual articles. There was never any link between Gyökeres and United. There was clearly a link because everyone reported it. Everyone reported that we wanted him. And obviously, we never spoke to Sporting about him because Gyökeres already came out and said he prefers Arsenal. So we never got to the stage where we actually talked to Sporting. What's the point? If he's telling us he supports Arsenal and he wants to go there first, we have to wait to see if that collapses. So that was a situation domination. So, yeah, there wasn't a link as in like we're going to bid for him, etc. But we wanted him. Ruben wanted him. It was reported by very high journalists, Fabrizo's, Laurie Whitwell's. Please and yours make plan for Osimhen. Osimhen's here, Temmers again, man. Look, it's not happening, bro. And you see this geezer on the right, that's Yago. This came out on the 7th of July, the dates at the bottom. Yago told us already. He refused. And he basically said the same thing. He refused to reduce his salary. And that's Fabrizio Romano. So it's not going to happen, Yago, man. It's not going to happen, man. But cool. So that's the situation with Gyökeres anyway. I'll get into the strikers in a minute. Don't worry. Arsenal, I've basically wrapped that one up. We're never going to talk about Gyökeres again. There's no point. He's an Arsenal fan now. I just hope that we score. We beat them on the first game of the season, and the whole of Old Trafford do that just to take the piss. Like, that's what we need to do. When you're beating Arsenal now, you just do that to take the piss out of them. So that's Gyökeres for you. Whatever. He goes to Arsenal. I hope he flops, but we'll see how this one goes. Let's move on. Rashi. Remember, Fabrizio just spoke about this, and he said they have not yet decided, especially what he just said here is what he just said. Barca have not yet decided who they want to proceed with, Rashford or not. Because remember, they want Luis Diaz. That is their dream deal. Since Nico Williams dissed them, they've been saying they want Luis Diaz. That's their top priority. But Liverpool keep saying he's not for sale. He's not for sale. He's not for sale. He's not for sale. So they don't know what to do. So they're stuck in a position now where do we go for Rashford or not? They keep coming to Man United for loans. We're saying no loans. We want our 40 million cash. That's it. We're staying stern right now. So as you can see, Rashford still dreams of joining Barcelona, but Barcelona have not even agreed yet. They want him. They're still like in two minds. And that already shows, and I've been showing you this, I don't really think they want Rashford like that. Because if they wanted him, they could have got him. Luis Diaz is 75 million, Rashford's 40. Luis Diaz, Liverpool are saying he's not for sale. Rashford's for sale. Luis Diaz is going to want you to top his wage. Rashford saying he'll take a pay cut. Everything goes for you to get Rashford now if you want him. And they're saying no. And they're just coming for loans. Oh, you know what? We'll get him in for a stopgap for a year, and then we'll go get the winger we want. That's how they're treating it. They're not sitting here and going, we want Rashford, we believe in you, let's come and pay the 40 million. And we're saying no, because you've already shown us your hand. You wanted Nico Williams for 58 million euros release clause. That's 50 million pounds. So you've got the money. So why you keep coming in for loans? We're not giving you no loan. So that's where we are with Rashford right now. We're not having it. And Plettenberg said the same thing yesterday. He said, Barcelona are still targeting Marcus Rashford. However, Barcelona are currently only considering a loan. United understand Rashford is very open to joining Barca and has already given an initial green light for the move. It now depends on Barca. There's no agreement with Man United yet. Another option for Barca is Christopher Nkunku. So I don't know what's going to happen, man. This is a mad one. Like I said, they keep coming for loans. We're saying, bro, you got the money, bro. You had the money for Nico Williams. You've tried to go knock on the door for Liverpool for Luis Diaz 2 different times. And they've said he's not for sale. Luis Diaz is going to be about 75 million. So you've got the money there for a winger. Pay the money, bro. But they're on some, we just want a loan, blah, blah, blah. They don't really rate him like that. He rates them, but they don't really rate him. So that's where we are with Rashford. And he is in love with them. And that's why it's crazy, because he's really, really in love with them. Like, he wants to go. He keeps saying it's his dream move and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, man. He's got them on Instagram now. He's liking all of their pictures and their videos. It's proper love. Like I keep saying to you, if this guy ends up going to watch a preseason game for them, I wouldn't be surprised. This came out yesterday. Look at this. This is all his preseason. Look at him in preseason. Preseason, guy man. Look at him on Instagram. Deco. This is the obstacle for Barcelona. Deco, who is like their sporting director, continues to be the main hurdle in the Rashford deal. If he turns around and says, I want Rashford, they'll probably get him. But he's saying, I don't know, man. I want Diaz. I want Williams. He's asking for other people. But look how Rashford is twerking for them so bad. Look, he's following the actual Barcelona page now. Liking the pictures. 50, what's that say there? 10 amazing goals we scored last season. He wasn't even, this is last season goals. And he's liking it. He's following them on Instagram. Look, he's following Pedri. He's following Lewandowski. This geezer is really, really, really twerking for Barca. I really hope they go for him. But like I'm saying to you, like Fabrizio just said, they haven't made up their mind yet. So we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to see once they make up their mind. They can't go for Luis Diaz because Liverpool said he's not for sale 2 times already. And after the Jota stuff, rest in peace, Jota, you don't really want to be going back to them asking again after they've already said he's not for sale twice already. So that's the situation with that. Plettenberg said that they want a loan. We've already heard that they come for loans and we've said no. So they're still asking for loans. They don't trust the geezer. And then obviously Laurie Whitwell's come out today and said Man United's infamous 5, the Freedom 5, the highly paid Chelsea pair, the contract issues and the players in demand. Premier League clubs have now returned to pre-season training, blah, blah, blah. And obviously we'll get into that article in a minute. But yeah, that's mostly on Rashford from today. I'm going to get into the next stuff. I'll spin back around and get some of these comments. Don't watch nothing. Garnacho. Viva Garnacho. This geezer's only, remember, I came out yesterday, Saudi Arabia wanted him, and he said, no, I only want to stay in the Premier League. So he only wants to stay in the Prem. And we've only got one team that's linked with him in the Prem, and we don't know if they're even going to come in or not, but it's Chelsea. And they're still in contact over Garnacho, and that's come out today. That is today's news. So he is still in contact with Chelsea. So hopefully Chelsea turn around and go for Garnacho and take him off our hands. Because, bro, he keeps saying he only wants to stay in the Premier League. I can't see who else in the Premier League that can even afford him, never mind coming for him. No one else is linked with him. The only person is Villa and Chelsea. Villa got FFP problems. They're selling their women's club to themselves, basically. And then Chelsea just sold Madueke. So it's the only thing that makes sense here. But Man United will not include Garnacho in their pre-season tour. So he's not coming on tour. There's all these rumours coming out every day. Garnacho's back and all of that. Forget about it. It's not working. Do you know what I mean? He's not coming on tour. Garnacho's going to stay. Yeah, remember, we're going on tour on the 19th. 19th is when we do the friendly in Sweden and then we go on tour on the 22nd. The clubs interested in the 5 sideline players, so the Freedom 5, are expected to wait before making formal bids, hoping the price decreases as the September the 1st deadline approaches. I said this to you. I said, I think all of them are going to go. The whole Freedom 5 is going to go, but they might go late in the window where we can't even replace them. This is what I'm saying. So they might be going near deadline day, August the 30th, 29th. And that's peak for us because we can't replace them. What can we do? Obviously, we can go in January, but where are we going to be in January? Is it going to be, are we doing good? Are we in the second half of the table? Has Amrin walked? We don't know what's going on. So hopefully we can get rid of them as soon as, but they're all looking to wait. They're all trying to be smart and say, you know what? They've all been exiled by Man United. Why is Man United going to want to sit down and pay their wages? If the transfer window is nearly closing, I might be able to come in and say, you lot asking for 60 million for Garnacho. Here's 45. Take that. The transfer window is nearly closed. Take the 45 or not. What are you saying? And then we just have to take it because, like, you know what, we'll take it. And then remember, when you sell an academy product, I keep telling you this, Garnacho or Rashford, they're from the academy. So if we sell any of them two, we can spend 3 times that amount. This is what happens when you sell an academy product. So if we were to sell Garnacho for, say, 40 million, we can spend up to 120 million. And remember, most deals are done in installments anyway. So if we get 120 million right now, we'll probably only spend 50 million, but we could buy like 3 players. Because all you're doing is paying up 15 million this year, then 15 million the next year, then 50. You don't ever pay for it all up front. It don't work like that no more. So Garnacho goes, we're going to get 3 times the amount of money. If Rashford goes, same thing. So that's what's going on. A lot of teams are waiting for the Freedom 5. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Garnacho is not going on tour, and Chelsea are still interested in him. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they come in soon. They've got more money because they won the Club World Cup. They might be able to pay for him easy. We'll see what happens with that. Then we got Kokonki. This is one of the young boys. He's in our academy. He was 16 the other day. I don't know how old he is now, but he's just signed. He's set to sign a professional contract with United. The youngster is highly rated and will now try and make his first team debut. So this is what they're saying about Kokonki. They're saying Godwin Kokonki is set to sign a professional contract. Blah, 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 blah. Club sources believe Kokonki has a bright future. Despite competition from Aiden Heaven for a first-team spot, he will likely remain with United this season instead of going out on loan. He was 16 last season. I don't know if he's still 16 or he's 17, but he's big for his age. Even in academy, he looks massive, mate. Literally, he's a unit. So he's probably about 6'6" or something mad. But he's only like 16, 17. This is what I'm saying. But he's signing a contract anyway. You're probably going to see Fabrizio come out and tap in about this. Yeah, Kokonki, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's just one of the young boys, one of the young gems. He's staying around. That's about it. I'll get into some more news. You know what? Let me take a few of these comments and then I'll get into some more news. Don't worry. I've got you lot. Osimhen is going to Galatasaray. Has extraordinary. Yeah, 100%. It's already been said. 16 million was in the video. 16 million. That's what Fabrizio just said. He said the only reason that it wasn't advancing, we wanted Osimhen, the only reason it didn't advance is because of his wages. And Fabrizio just said in the video, for those that missed it, I might play it again in a minute. It was only about 3-4 minutes. Those that missed it, he's on 16 million at Galatasaray a year. 16 million, bro. That's a madness. I need to break it down how much that is, but that's crazy. Of all the strikers we have been linked with, I prefer Watkins. The rest are not good enough for Man United. I agree with you still. I agree with you. I'm going to show you lot some stats in a minute as well. Don't worry, I got you lot. Watkins a little overpriced, 60 million, but I don't think that I think they'll drop that, man. He's 29. They'll drop that, man. Or we can't go through. We can get Watkins on loan, mate. Nah, we can't get him on loan. No way. They ain't got no other striker. They sold Duran, remember? They sold Duran. They got Watkins left, and they had Rashford. It was Rashford benching Watkins. So they don't really wait Watkins when you think about it, because they were letting him get benched. So now they ain't got another striker. So they need another striker at least. Like, I don't think they will sell him right now. They will loan him, sorry. No way. Man, Villa won't agree. They won't agree with what? The 60, yeah? The 45. Man United going to sign Mbappe and Kane by the end of the week. Trust me, Santos. At this rate, innit? Hi, man. Streaming live, bro. Thanks for these amazing shows always. Durex, love, man. Appreciate you, bro. Always, man. That's normal, bro, man. You know me. I'm here 3 times a day. If you're new here, hit the like button and subscribe. This is every day. Moise Keane is an option. Yeah, Moise Keane's in there, but I don't really rate him. But I'm going to show you about Moise Keane and our striker options in a minute. So stay tight. We just loaned Rashford to them last season. Why can't they do us a favour? They ain't got another striker, us. Who else is their striker? We didn't want Rashford. We didn't want him. Kokonki is good, but has potential, but a bit slow. He's a bit to improve. Okay, he's a bit slow, yeah. He's a young boy anyways. You're going to give him some time and he'll get into it. We also will knock them out of the Champions League. They won't be looking to do us any favours. Oh, yeah, for real. That last game of the season, isn't it? It's true. Strikers from Italy to England struggle a lot. Serie A is too slow compared to the Premier. That's what I say all the time. That's why I say, bro, if a man's from Italy, we're buying him, we've got a goal, he's got to be scoring at least 50 goals over there. Some Gyökeres numbers, mate. So deal with Rashford, and we all know Barca can afford 50 million, but I think they are playing hardball. And I don't want a loan, you know, because Barca won him a 2-year loan and buy. Yeah, I'm with you. They can afford 50 million. We only want 40 million. We only want 40. They wanted to buy Nico Williams. That's why they've showed their hand. If they came out first and said they want a loan, then they went in for Nico Williams. If they never went in for Nico Williams, then we might not have known that they got money. But because they went in for Nico Williams, let me go back on what I'm talking about right now. They went in for Nico Williams, so we know that Barcelona has got money. We know that. That's where they fucked up. If they never went in for Nico Williams, we might have gave them a loan straight away. You know what? You want Rashford. We know you're a broke club. You're selling VIP seats and all of that. All right, no problem. Here we all taking. But you've gone in for Nico Williams. He's got a release clause. You can't loan someone on a release clause. It was 58 million. That's 50 million in pounds. So we know you've got money. And on top of that, you tried to go for Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is going to be about 75 million. So from time you've tried to go for Luis Diaz, Fabrizio's come out and said that all they want is Luis Diaz. He's been saying it for ages. So he's going to be about 75 million. So what are we doing here? This is what I'm trying to say to you, that I don't really think that they want Rashford. I'll be real with you. I don't think they're not really rating him like that. And I'll show you that right now. I'll make it clear with you. Because look, this is the Luis Diaz one. Look at this, yeah? Barcelona's plans have not changed. The intention is to try and make new approach for Luis Diaz soon. Diaz is keen on the move. He's the main target for Barca as winger, while Barcelona are aware of difficult negotiations ahead of club to club after 2 approaches rejected already. Take that in what I just said to you. I'm going to read it one more time so you don't understand what I'm saying to you. Barcelona's plans have not changed. Their intention is to try and make a new approach for Luis Diaz soon. Diaz is keen on a move. He's the main target for Barca as winger. They're aware of the difficult negotiations ahead of club to club after 2 approaches already rejected. So they've woke up in the morning. Let me break it down a little. They've gone to Liverpool 2 times, knocked on the door. They've said, no, he's not for sale. Then they woke up in the morning again, the 3rd day, and gone, he's still our main priority. Look at that. Barca's plans have not changed. So you've gone to the geezer's house, not 2 times. They've said he's not here. Stop coming to the house. The guy you're looking for is not here. And you woke up the next day and gone, I'm going to go back to the house again. This is exactly what they've done. So they don't rate Rashford, mate. I'm telling you, lot. You've gone there 2 times. They've said he's not for sale. They've rejected it. So you know you can't negotiate with them. So I remember this came out before the Jota thing, you know. Rest in peace, Jota. This came out before Jota. So now, with all the things that's happened with Jota, what? They've already rejected you twice. You're going to go back there again now. After you know that they're grieving as well. Come on, man. This is what I'm saying. So I don't really think they really rate Rashford. Like it says, look at the middle article. It says, Barcelona are still targeting Marcus Rashford. However, Barcelona currently only considering a loan. They only want a loan. They don't want to buy him. They're not convinced. They don't want to take their chance, mate. They only want to loan him. So that says it all, mate. And Fabrizio said they haven't even decided yet if they want to proceed with Rashford deal or not. So that's what I'm trying to say, bro. I want him to go bad. We need to get the money. Like I said, if we go for 40 million, we can spend 120. We need the wages as well. They're crazy. But, bro, it don't seem like they really want him. They just want him as a stopgap, if anything. You know, we'll get him as a loan for 1 season, and then next season we'll go and get the person we really want. Because they want Nico Williams, and like I just showed you, their plan has always been Luis Diaz. Barcelona's plans have not changed. Their intentions to try and make a new approach for Luis Diaz. So they want a winger like that. Williams, Diaz, someone like that. They don't really want Rashford, but it's like, cool, let's go for a loan. We'll get him for 1 year, and hopefully by next year, Diaz is free, or there's another winger that's bossing it, and they're made more available, whatever. That looks like it's their plan. I don't think their plan is to go out there and get Marcus Rashford because they could have bought him already. He's £40 million. Diaz is 75. Nico Williams was 58. He said he's going to take a wage cut already. Diaz is going to want a pay rise. Liverpool are saying he's not for sale. Man United have said he's for sale. It's so easy. Just go knock on the door. We want Rashford. It's done tomorrow. They don't want to do it, bro. I'll tell you that for real. They're not really rating him. Imagine a Turkish club beating United to Osimhen. Times have changed. Yeah, bro. It's about money now, man. People are just trying to be financially free now. This is what I'm saying. Fabrizio said it. Yago said it. He don't want to reduce his wages. So, man, I'm not even looking at it and going, you know what? I want to have a great career. I played for this club and I went to the top. Nah, bro. He just wants his bag. There's no other reason. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Galatasaray. I know there's a few of them in there, but come on, bro. Like, they gave him what he wants to salary-wise. And Fabrizio just said it in the video. They're giving him £16 million a year. 16 million. We're never going to offer him that. He said, we're never going to do that. That's exactly his words. I'll play the video soon for those that missed it. But we're never going to offer him 16 million. That's crazy. We saying with what world champions now, yeah? Chelsea, big up yourself, man. Come for Garnacho now. I don't know if you've seen the news about Garnacho, but look, Chelsea remain in contact over Alejandro Garnacho. So make sure your Chelsea guys come and get him. Come on, if Barca can't pay 40 million for Rashford, then let Rashi stay and play with the under 21s. But I don't even think he'll be able to play at all, mate. So it needs to happen. But this is what I'm saying about the Freedom 5. If you look at the last one, it says the club's interested in the 5 sideline, the Freedom 5. They're expected to wait before making formal bids, hoping the price decreases by the September the 1st. So everyone that wants these guys are just saying, let's just wait to the end of the season because they're not even playing anyway. They're gonna have to let them go on the cheap. So that's what's going on. They're just hanging around waiting. So we're gonna let all of them go, but how much are we gonna let them go for? Are we gonna get bumped? It's a weird one still. We're gonna have to see what happens in it. But I don't think we should be optimistic about new signings except in Mbeumo unless we do sales, man. That's my worry, though. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? The only one is Mbeumo that we can do without cash. And then everyone else we need peace for. So it is a bit mad one still, but we'll see, man. It's just about the options, though. What strikers are left, etc. That's what the problem is. It's not even about the new signings. Barcelona might be fearing of Rashford's wages still huge after the cut. It depends what they're cutting though. I saw something about 40%. He's trying to cut 40% of his wage. That's a lot, you know. So it depends what exactly he's cutting. But I don't even think it's the wage because they pay crazy wages anyway in Barca. So I don't even think it's that, man. I think it's just like they're not really convinced with him. That's all it is. This is the Barca thing here. Look at this. Look at the last article. Look, the last one on the right. It says Barcelona is stepping up its efforts to sign Marcus Rashford, who is open to accepting a 40% pay cut. That's a lot, you know. 40%. Come on, man. You must can afford him. They pay mad wages in Spain, man. Real Madrid, Barca, they pay crazy wages. That's why they even broke right now, because they paid Messi a madness. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, but it was progressing. This is all yesterday. Look, 2 days ago. Look at the date on the bottom. Rashford's move's progressing, blah, blah, blah. It's going to happen. It's more financially feasible than the Diaz operation. Remember, Diaz, I told you, 75 million is what Diaz is going to cost. Rashford's going to cost 40. So you've already saved 35 million just by going for Rashford. So why have they not made their mind? It's clear as day. They don't really rate him like that. Regardless, Amrish just stay 2 full seasons. It will take a while to ship out the dead wood and freshen the house. That's what you were saying. That's what probably Ineos are saying, but he might not be saying that. He already said he's going to walk. He said, bro, maybe you need someone else. If I'm in the second half of the season, say Christmas, you should go for someone else. So that's his mentality with it. The players we would be selling I'm not just giving up for sale playing cards. Just look at Rashford, Sancho. Bro, it's crazy, bro. The Freedom 5 are doing loads, bro. This is what I'm saying to you, lot. The Freedom 5 are all entitled. Rashi saying I only want Barca. Bayern Munich wanted him. Remember, Bayern Munich let Sane go to Galatasaray for free. And they got Musiala injured. He said, I only want Barca. I'm waiting for them. I showed you what he's doing for Barca. Look at this. He's liking all their pictures. He's following all of them on the gram. He's in love with them. He wants them so bad. But yeah, bruv, so Rashford only wants Barca. Sancho don't want to do no pay cuts. 3 teams are coming from already. Fenerbahce, Napoli, even Chelsea didn't want to take a page cut. And now he's in Juventus. Who else is there? Anthony only wants Real Betis at this moment. Garnacho saying, I only want to stay in the Prem. Remember yesterday, there was that article about him, Saudi. He said, nope, I only want to stay in the Premier League. I'm not going nowhere else, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I'm saying. They're all so entitled. And then we got Malacia that no one even knows he plays for the club. We've all forgotten. So it's crazy, bro. They're all entitled, bro. All of them are entitled. So this is why we're stuck with these geezers, man. It's a bit of a mad one. But yeah, Rashford, I don't know what's going to happen with this geezer, man. I think he's definitely going to go. But it's just about when. You know, like that. Because Barca are playing. He only wants Barca. He's twerking for them, but they're not really twerking for him. They're on some, we'll come for a loan for you, man. Like, if they can't do a loan, we'll wait to the end. Like, they're not taking him serious. That's what's happening right now. What's good, bro? Have a blessed day. Take Rashford on permanent loan then. Who take Rashford? What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Barcelona. Yeah. Hundo coming on, man. Hundo. This is what I'm saying. I don't really think they rate him like that. I'll be real, man. They don't really want him like that. Like and subscribe. Yes, like and Man United, big up yourself, man. If you're new here, like and subscribe, man. You know we do this every day for you lot, man. This is normal stuff, man. Every day, all the Man United news is here. You don't give the man players, he definitely won't walk. He definitely will walk. Okay. But this is what I'm saying. Because he's put them all on a nutrition thing and they all look a bit slimmer. We don't know what they're going to come on. They might come out and just be on a mad thing this week. I don't know, bro. It's a madness. So we'll see. But if these damn freedom fighters really want freedom, let them lower their wage demands and move on like how Gyökeres did. Exactly, bruv. This is what I'm saying to you. It's weird, man. It's so weird, man. The freedom fighters all want freedom, but they want it to be on their terms. It's like, that's their way. All right, you lot kicking me at the club? No problem. I'm going to go where I want to go. So Sancho's wages is his only obstacle, literally. Rashford, I only want Barca. Garnacho, I only want the Premier League. Anthony, I only want Betis. So they're all entitled. That's all it is. If they were going to go anywhere, Rashford's had bare people coming for him, literally. He could have went somewhere by now. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's not on it, man. Maybe Enos and Glazer told Amrin not to get relegated this season and they'll support him summer transfer window in 26. Probably. Probably still. A full agreement is closer for the deal. Sancho to Juventus. The offer is 15 million. There's confidence the deal can... Marco Giordani chats a bit of shit. He's on and off. He said last time that there was... what did we do? We bid it already. We said something. and it wasn't true. So I'll take that with a pinch of salt. But love for that, Man United. Appreciate you, man. You're always busting me, putting things in there. Appreciate it, still. So yeah, man. Twerking to be second string. Terms will take Rashford but one. They want to see us in the mud, 2 wages. Bro, let me tell you something. He's not even twerking to be second string. He's third. He's the third in command. They wanted Nico Williams first. Nico Williams was the main girl. That was the wife. She's turfed us. She's dumped me. Then they're gone for someone else. That's what's happened. So it's not even second. Nico Williams was number 1. Then it was Diaz. And then now it's Rashi. So that's why they're like, oh, we're not even sure. We just want a loan out of Rashi. Luis Diaz and Nico Williams, that's the main 2 for them. So that's what they do. And that's what Fabrizio said. I don't know, obviously some of you that have just come in, I'll play the video for you in a minute. And what he's actually said, he said, bro, Osimhen is getting paid 16 million. We're never going to pay that. And they haven't made up their minds at who they want. That's what's going on with Rashi. It's a techie one. Manchester United, that's what we are. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We're literally getting shafted by Juve. Sancho has the same stats in the Prem last season as Gyökeres. Sancho, though, but this is what I'm saying. We don't want him. He wants freedom. He just needs to bounce, bro. I just don't know what he's on. So we're going to get bumped in it. We know we don't want him. It's crazy. Close. Trust. It's mad. It's a negative time right now, I'll tell you. Is Eze going to Arsenal? I don't know, Simeon, bro. I'm a Man United supporter, so I don't really know about Eze and that. I see little links, but I ain't seen it from no one solidified that Eze, they've started talks for him. Well, I don't want them to get Eze, man. That's a good player, man. I want them to get some shit players. Now they got Gyokeres. Mate, Madueke. Go and get someone shit. Don't go and get Eze. So, yeah, man, let me get into some of these strikers. Let me get some of these strikers now. And then you lot can see what's going on. Big up to you. Big up to you as well, Darren, man. No problem, man. So Osimhen's dissed us, like I've told you lot already. He's a myth. He don't want to drop his wage. Gyokeres is going Arsenal. And here he goes, more or less done. Let's just stop talking about him. It's done. Then we're linked to Moise Kean. This geezer, Laurie Whitwell, who only does Man United news. He's reliable for Man United news. Has linked us and said, basically, Man United have been keeping tabs on Moise Kean, who has a 52 million euros release clause that can be triggered until the 15th of July, which is basically tomorrow. So United are the Premier League club to have shown the most interest. Like I said, that's tomorrow. We're not triggering that tomorrow because Mbumo, it has to get over the line, if anything. So I think this ain't going to happen anyway. But let me just show you anyway. This is his goals. Look at what he's done. He scored 19 goals last season in Serie A, 5 in conference, 1 in the cup. But look how inconsistent he was until 2020. I can't deal with this, mate. This is too inconsistent for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at that. 0 goals in 20 games in the Serie A, a slow league. In the season before last, 8 goals before that, 6. This is Højlund numbers, mate. Højlund's got more goals than him in certain seasons. That's crazy, brother. So I don't want this geezer coming nowhere near us. I'm not on all that. Yeah, I'm not on it, brother. I'll be real. So, yeah, we got him, and then we got Watkins. I think this is the most reliable person we can have after the Osimhen and the Gyökeres and the lap rejections, mate. I'll be real. It has to be Watkins, man. He's Premier League proven. He scored 16 goals minimum in his last three seasons. 16 goals minimum in his last 3 seasons. Not a lot of people can do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, mate, yeah, man. I think Watkins is the guy, man. And even if you look at him, look, you got to remember, Aston Villa was shit at one stage, 2020, 21. They were like looking at relegations and all of that. He was still scoring goals. You know what I'm saying? Brentford, he's scoring goals. It don't matter where this geezer is. He's never gone a season where he scored minimum 11 goals. So I think this is the best option. Obviously, Laurie Whitwell, who is reliable for Man United news, he's already linked us to him. So Court of Side come out and said what they said on the 10th, but Laurie Whitwell is already linked us to them. So we're solidified. So that's the only 2 strikers I've actually seen us proper linked with. And then obviously we got Ekatike as well, but I don't think we're going to go from his 85 million. But yeah, so he's a top target for Ruben Amorim and Man United because he's basically the best of the rest. That's what I would say. He's definitely the best of the rest if we look at it. He scores goals, and that's one thing. He's doing that in the Premier League, and it's consistently. A lot of people are talking about Mateta. Let's go for Mateta. Mateta hasn't even scored 13 league goals last season, and that was his best season. So what's he been scoring in the last couple of years? This is what I'm saying. His name only came up last season, and come on, man. Let's be real. So if his name only came up last season, what's he been doing? Ollie Watkins has been consistent. He goes a bit missing sometimes. Let me not sit here and just say the good stuff. He does go missing sometimes. I remember when they played FA Cup semi-finals against Palace, he was missing. And then the same day, he went to watch the boxing with Rashford and that, and the media was just on to Rashford. But he was there as well. And he actually played. Rashford was injured. And he goes missing sometimes. And he does miss chances. But you can't go 16 goals minimum in your last 3 seasons in the Prem and be a bad striker. You've got to be all right at least. And that's consistency as well. You understand? 16 league goals. He scored the most goals for Aston Villa. They're all-time goal scorer. He scored 75 goals in 150-something games. So, yeah, man, I think this is the best of the rest. I'm not sitting here saying he's cold or bigging him up. No, I'm saying for what we can attract now, of all the players left, people are talking about Vlahovic. Vlahovic is on 310k a week. We're never going to pay that. Moise Keane, this guy's got a terrible record. I'm like, let's not even talk about him. Who else is there? Ekitike is 85 million. We're not going to do that for a project striker. Laurie Whitwell already said it. We're not going to do that. Anyone that's a project striker, we're not going to take the risk and go and pay mad money for them. We need Premier League proven this year. That's what Ruben Amorim wants. That's what Ineos have said. You know what? We're only going to go for Premier League proven. So you lot tell me who you think we can go for as a striker that's going to make any sort of sense. I can only think of him. I can't think of no one else. So yeah, you let me know. But yeah, that's Ollie Watkins. Let me show you more stats though, so you lot can understand in depth what Ollie Watkins brings and other strikers, etc. Like I said, Mateta's the only name that keeps coming up. Let me get a few of these messages and I'll get into the stats. Excellent Arsenal. Gyokeres, we said Arsenal fan. Yeah, hopefully you'll win a trophy for once in 5 years. It'll be 6 years this year. Big up yourself. Hopefully 6 years you win a trophy for once. Darren Fletcher, former United, has been appointed as new coach of Man United. Yeah, I got that one there still. Succeeding Adam Lawrence. JJ Gabriel, I can see you. He's under 14s, isn't it? We said they're gonna big him up. Watkins, 100%. Yeah, man. I think this is the best of the rest, man. Axel Tuzabi is suing us for negligence and medical advice. Oh, no. What's that going to be? Some idiot money. Safe. But yeah, let me get into that anyway. Thanks for even reminding me, Duex. Darren Fletcher's been named as our under-18s lead coach. You understand? So he's our new lead coach. Big up Fletcher. He's been there for time. He survived. Oh, you know, like all of them got killed. They came there, they killed bare the staff. They left them. A lot of them were gone. They got sacked, etc. He's the only one that survived all of them. All of them little exoduses, he survives them all the time. So he is now the under-18s lead coach. I hope he does well. Big him up, whatever. And then it says Marcus Rashford and Alejandro trained together as one of Carrington's training pitches on Thursday. Man United's team squad had left the premises by the time the pair arrived, and only other team present was under 10s. So these men are training next to the under 10s because they can't train when the team is there. That's the situation. You can still use the facilities. It's cool. You can still come true, but when the team is here, stay away from us. You're not allowed. And then obviously, look, you can see this came out this morning at 10:40, and it basically said Man United and Newcastle remain the most active clubs in the Hugo Ekitike deal. I don't think we're involved, man. 85 million euro and pounds. We're not going to pay that, bro. Unless it drops, I don't think we're going to pay that. And Laurie Whitwell already said, we're not going to be doing this project stuff. You know, when you get a project striker and all of that, we're not doing all that. We want proven now. And that's why we're going for Mbumo and Cunha. So I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't know. Who knows, innit? We'll see what happens with that one there. Obviously, someone's brought it up. I think it was you, Joe. You spoke about this rumour, right? Where's Joe? Yeah, you spoke about this one, innit? You spoke about Nico Williams. Mate, let me show you what's going on about the Nico Williams deal, yeah? So that you don't understand exactly what they're talking about. Because see, a lot of people, which is what I used to do as well, so I'm not blaming anyone, but I used to look at things like this and then go mad straight away. What? We're linked to Nico Williams? No way. Da-da-da-da-da. So I'm going to show you right now, Joe. Yeah? You can't believe we're linked with Jackson. Cool. Let me show you Nico Williams. Jackson. Man United have inquired about Chelsea striker Nico Jackson. That's what they call him, the Chelsea fans. Nico. The door is open for him to leave Chelsea for 60 million. So a lot of people saw that and just went crazy. What are we doing? I don't do that. I look at that and I look at who the journalist is then I go into the actual article and read exactly what they said. Look at what he actually said. I went on there. Obviously, he's talking French. I can't talk French, so I translated it. And it says, the door is open for Nico Jackson at around 70 million euros for Chelsea. An update will be made after FIFA World Cup, which is done now. He could stay or leave. English clubs have made inquiries. Aston Villa, Man United, etc. What type of fucking journalism is that? Aston Villa, Man United, etc. Who's the etc.? Is it the Manchester clubs? Is it who are you talking about here? Is it teams in the up north? Is it teams that finished in the bottom half of the table? Who's etc.? What type of journalism is that? This is what I'm saying to you, lot. You have to take things with a pinch of salt. This geezer is just guessing. Clearly, English clubs have made inquiries. Aston Villa, Manchester United, etc. What type of source have you got that you're saying etc.? You're not even saying and other clubs. You're a bit of saying and other clubs. He just said etc. Like he couldn't even be bothered to even carry on with it. So I think, bro, just take it with a pinch of salt. I don't think this is even true. This is where the links come from. And obviously the way we've got it on our Man United page, it don't help it either. Because the way it's come out on our page, it just looks like Man United are the only ones that Man United have inquired about Chelsea's Nico Jackson. As if we just picked up the phone Chelsea, we want this geezer. Mate, that's not happened. Literally, he just spoke about Aston Villa are first on the list. So we can't be that serious. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like Man United, he would have used us first. Man United have inquired. He's saying Aston Villa, Man United, etc. In Italy, Napoli's interested. I've never seen a journalist or a main source come out and say Man United, etc. or Aston Villa, etc. What are you talking about? What's etc.? Teams up north, bottom half of the table, Manchester clubs only, Big Six. What are you talking about? It doesn't even make sense. So that's the situation with Nico Williams. Take it with a pinch of salt, Joe. I don't think it's true. Like he's saying, he doesn't even know what's going on there. He doesn't even know. So how are we going to know? So yeah, the only thing about this geezer is he broke the Euro news. But remember, he's French. Euro, etc. Euro was in Lille, was it? Where did he come from? Was it Lille, the team? So that was a French team. But with this, I don't know where he's got that from. Remember, Nico Jackson plays for Chelsea, where Man United. I think the English journalist would have brought that one if it was serious. But he's going for 60 million. Other teams are interested. He just threw our name in there, etc. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this. But I don't even think it's true. So let's not even think about him. So yeah, back to the Watkins things I was telling you about. He's done good. 15 league goals, 16 league goals for the last 3 seasons. That's a benefit for him. 16 league goals in the Prem for 3 seasons is very impressive. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah, he's got 14 assists last season, 13 assists the season before as well. But look at this one now. Look at this stat. Remember, I've got to show you everything, good, bad, whatever. And this is like goals and assists, shots. So this is like the 2 on the left are about Man United overall, and the 2 on the right are like personal for players. So look at the last one I'm showing you, just the last one, big chances missed. The last article on this, and it says Ollie Watkins, 27 big chances missed. And if you look at the next one next to it, where it says goal and assist, he's got 24 goals and assists, but he's missed 27 chances. So he's a hit and miss guy. He's 50-50. He can score or he can miss. The only thing I say, like I said, you can't go 15 league goals in the Prem, 16 league goals in the Prem for 3 seasons and be shit. That's good alone, but he does miss chances. And I remember watching him against Arsenal, doing a hate watch. I was watching, hoping Aston Villa won, and he missed 2 sitters. And I was like, oh gosh. I'm like, what's wrong with this geezer? But like I said, I will still take him. He's the best of the rest, but he does miss a lot of chances, as you can see here. He tops that list. But then again, Salah's in there with 24 chances. So it's about how much chances you get in it. If you get 100 chances, you can't score all 100 chances in it. If you go and score 60 and you miss 30, it's still calm. You score 60. So that's the situation with Salah. He scored 47 and missed 24. So it's not that bad. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'll still take him, but I'm just saying he does miss a lot of chances. So he's 50-50. He's not a geezer. He could be 1-on-1 with the keeper and we're celebrating already. He's not that geezer because he's 50-50. See how you got Harry Kane, Son. Who else is 1-on-1 with the keeper and you know they're scoring? Son, Harry Kane, Haaland. Who else would I say that if I see 1-on-1 with the keeper, I think they're gonna bag it. There's got to be a few. Jota, rest in peace, Jota. Jota, he's scoring. Like players like that, clinical. That's what we need. Someone that is clinical. But like I said, we finished 15th. Everyone's rejecting us. Osimhen's a myth. Gyökeres is going Arsenal. He's the best of the rest. Ekatike is 85 million. We're not doing that. I think we should go for Watkins. But just look at, so when you look at his actual stats, 16 league goals minimum in the last 3 seasons, I'm with that. I don't think a lot of people can do that. And everyone keeps talking about Mateta. I don't mind Mateta either, but I don't think they will go for Mateta. Because if you look at what they're doing, they're going off goals, mate. They said, we need some goals here. Let's look at what's going on. Brian Mbeumo's in there, 20 goals. Cunha's in there, 15 goals. Ollie Watkins is there, 16 goals. It's like they just went to the top scorers sheet and said, yeah, we need goals. We're going to get 3 players out of here. Bam. Maybe that's what they're doing. But like I said, Ollie Watkins, he misses a lot of chances. That's the only thing. But the fact that he's even getting the chances is good anyway. But then again, we said that about Garnacho. Garnacho had loads of chances. Look, let's go on the 2 on the left now. When Man United last season. At one stage, look at that. Big chances missed. We was winning. That was the only thing we was winning last season. Was big chances missed. Literally. We was top of that league. So it was crazy, bruv. And look, if you look at this shot conversion rate, 8.3 on 12. So we had loads of shots on target, but 8.3 was our conversion rate last season. If you look at that whole list and see who has a worse conversion rate than Man United, all you can do is see Southampton. Have a look. 8.3 for us, and the only person with less is Southampton with 7 point whatever. Everybody else had a better conversion rate than us. Ipswich, Leicester, Jamie Vardy, fucking who's Ipswich? Delap and Hurst and all of them guys. They had a better conversion rate than Man United. The only team that we had a better conversion rate than was Southampton. Crazy. We would have definitely not finished 15th if we had a better conversion rate. And if we didn't have Ahmad's goals and Bruno's, we would have probably got relegated for real. It would have been peak. It would have been peak for real. Rodrygo moved from Real Madrid. What's with it? I don't know, man. They're not playing him, innit? They don't want to play him for some reason. Fuck knows. They're not going to play him, man. Gyökeres, red card at Old Trafford. Yeah, I'll be there still. I'll be there for that. Rodrygo moved from Real Madrid. What's new on him so far? I don't know. We had a little rumor about him, but I don't think it's anything special. Like, what did they say? They said that basically Rodrygo, Man United really like him or something. Like, that's it. It wasn't even nothing special. We really like him. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's true. I think it's true, like what they're saying, but what does that mean? We can like, and you can like anything. This was it. George C. Pearson, who is a very reliable source for Real Madrid news, and he said Man United are looking for more wingers, and Rodrygo is one of the players they really like since a long time. George C. Pearson said that. But that's true. We probably do like him. But what does that mean? We're not going to go bid for him. Do you know what I mean? We all know what we've got to do. We've got to deal with Mbeumo. Once we deal with Mbeumo, and then we're going to thing, innit? After we deal with Mbeumo, then we're gonna have to sell. So that's the situation, mate. So I don't think the Rodrygo thing even means anything, man. And if he goes to him, I do think it'll be Arsenal or something. At least Watkins makes chances. I'm with you. That's what I said. I still take him, Darren. That's why I said I'll still take him. Man United should buy Richard Rios quick. I showed you about the Richard Rios stuff. I don't think that's nothing serious, man. I don't think that's anything like that we're going to... Yeah, it seems like Rome is in for him. There's a little article about that. But nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing that we should get excited about. It's just saying that we were scouting him and that we apparently have hijacked the bid, but we would have heard something more about it. This is what I tell you, look. If something... I report everything, but if it's solidified what I'm saying, like what I'm reporting, we'll hear more about it. That's what I tell you all the time. We haven't heard no more about it. So when you're not hearing more about it, you're like, oh, is it really true? Did they just say that on that day? Blah, blah, blah. That's what's happened with Richard Rios. We've heard about his situation, but we haven't heard any more about it. So what can we do? This is the Richard Rios stuff here. Look, Man United have made a move for Richard Rios in the last few hours. Roma recently offered 22 million, but Palmeiras want 26 million. So, but Fabrizio, he's only saying Roma. Obviously, he said that before this article came out because he said that video before, innit? But he ain't come out after that and said, Man United are trying to hijack the bid. No. So it seems like Rome is still on there and they just spoke about him once. But it doesn't seem like Rome is in there. Sorry, it don't seem like Man United's in there. obviously this article just broke it down and just said blah, blah, blah. Man United might hijack the bid, whatever. Because now we're in there, it makes it harder for Roma because they don't want to pay 26 million. But come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. We're going to see, like I said, what I realized about doing this, what I'm doing, you will post something like this. And if it's true, you'll see things start coming out of nowhere within a day or two. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it came out yesterday. So we've still got time, innit? It's early today still. We've still got time, but I ain't seen no more links about it at all. Nothing. And like I said, Fabrizio only spoke about Roma. He hasn't come out and said, Man United are looking at him now. He keeps saying, we're looking at Mbeumo only right now. We're focusing on Mbeumo. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. Yeah, he'll take a pay cut for Roma. That's what I'm saying. So he wants them. He's taking a pay cut. He wants them. Who's that? Gyokeres. Boy, we hope so, innit? That's one thing we're hoping. But bro, this geezer scored the most goals last season, so he's definitely scored goals, mate. He ain't gonna score 60 goals, but even if he gets 25, they might win the league off that. 20. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at Havertz, what he used to miss. So they really only need about 15, 20 goals from him. And then have like Saka chipping in, Madueke, safe. What Gyökeres was playing United, the scumbag. Nah, man, he wasn't playing United because he came out and said I prefer Arsenal. So he wasn't sitting there and playing anyone. He just said he wants Arsenal, and we was hoping that if it fell through, Arsenal didn't pay the price, but then the agent came out and took his money out of it. That's what made them break the bid, because the agent took the money. Look, Fabrizio, the middle one, after the agent decision to reduce his 10% compensation. So that compensation is why they made the bid happen, literally. Any news on deals? Just not really. Fabrizio, I played a little video. I'm going to play it again in a minute, Chris. What he said about Rashford. He spoke about Gyökeres, spoke about Osimhen. Nothing really new on deals like that. And then we got Garnacho. I'm going to run through it anyway. I'll summarize, so you'll see. I know we have all been linked with John Victor. Would you take him at United or different goalkeeper? 100% I'll take him. We've got the shittest two keepers ever. Of course. We've got the shittest two keepers, but on top of that, Bayende is worse than Onana. So I'd rather take Bayende, because Bayende is about 3-4 million. Get rid of Bayende for 3-4 million, get John Victor in, and then obviously from there, you slyly, but surely you make him the number one. Remember, Onana has to go to AFCON as well. So he's going to be out for a month regardless. They fell for it. Oh my God, about a championship player from Coventry. Yeah, I hear that, but bro, man, he's gone and smashed it, bro. He's gone and smashed it at Sporting. And this is what happened. This is what I'm saying. Haaland, he was doing it in another league and he's done his thing. Do you know what I mean? Sergio Aguero, there's so much of them, bro. So I don't know. He might come and flop. He could. And he might not. Who knows? We hope he flops. We hope he comes and he maybe only scores 10 goals or something, like 5 penalties. But he scored the most goals last season. He's going to score goals. But it's just about how crucial these goals are going to be. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. Arsenal was after Sesko. Yeah, they wanted Sesko, but they want 90 million euros for Sesko. So they said, we're not paying that. You've gone mad. That's why they went for Gyökeres. So he was their backup. That's why we held tight, because everyone knew they wanted Sesko. So we held tight and said, okay, let's see what happens there, though, because they want Sesko. And then obviously they couldn't make the move for Sesko, and then it went mad. United are gone case now. We're not going to sign anyone. Arsenal are signing as if they are oil family like City. Yeah, it's gone mad still. They're signing up the place, man. United are really horrible in this transfer market, 100%, man. But it's fucked. You got to look at everything. We're broke. We got to sell players that don't want to go. It's crazy. Like, it's just like, it's not straightforward. Arsenal could just buy players right now. They let 2 players go, Jorginho, Partey, Tierney. Remember, they've let 3 players walk out their door. So they've got space as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And they was on wages. Partey was on wages. Jorginho. We've let Eriksen go. We brought in Cunha. And Mbeumo's coming in. Who's going to, it's not really space. So it's a bit mad, man. We have to sell to buy. We need money. It's just a fuck place to be right now, man. I still prefer Victor Gyökeres at Arsenal. Who would you want us to get then, Asaro? Who would you prefer that we went and got then? Like I said, I think Watkins is the last choice, but he's the best of the rest. He's not even like my ideal. My ideal would be Osimhen, but he's not going to come. He's already said he wants 60 million a year. Fabrizio said it in this video. Osimhen wants 16 million a year, and we're not going to pay him that. So think about it. I'm going to play the video for you lot in a minute because there's a few more of you lot in here, so you obviously missed it. So you can see exactly what he said, so we understand why we're doing certain things. That's why it's good when you hear these things from like Fabrizio and that, so you understand a bit more. We're not going for certain players because of their wages are too mad and da-da-da-da-da. So that's the situation, man. Rashford, Barcelona still don't know if they want to go for him or not. Peterberg's come out and said, yo, they want a loan. They only asked for a loan. We've sat there and said, yo, we're not offering no loans. We want the money. But they're sitting there and saying, we only want a loan. So they don't really believe in him like that. Let's be real. And Fabrizio's saying it. And he says it, and you'll hear about it in the video anyway, what's going on. Garnacho, Chelsea remain in contact over Garnacho, blah, blah, blah. Garnacho will not be included in the preseason tour. So all these rumors that he's back and all of this, no, it's not happening. Yeah, people are saying he's back in Carrollton. Yeah, he's back in Carrollton, but he's training alone. He's not training with the team. And then it says the clubs interested in the Freedom 5 are expected to wait before making formal bids, hoping the prices decrease as September the 1st deadline approaches. So basically what they're doing is they're saying, we're not going to go for these players right now because United are standing firm on their valuations. We're going to wait until the end of August because they're not going to play them anyway. They're going to have to let them go. So hopefully if they're still available by then, we'll just come in and give them a low price and then they're going to want them to go because they're not going to want to pay all their wages. Sancho's on like 300k or 275. What's his name? Rashford's on 300k. Bro, that's a million each a week. $1 million each. That's like 2 million on Sancho and Rashford. Then you got Garnacho, Anthony, Malacia. You want to pay all them wages and they're not even in the team. Come on. So you split it with someone at least. It's not too bad. So that's the situation with the Freedom Fighters. Then it's got some more news. Darren Fletcher, he has been named the under-18s lead coach. Then it tells you about Rashford and Alejandro training together once the team leaves. So they can come and train any day, but it's only once the team leaves. They can't come there and try and train when the team's there. They're barred. Like literally, we're not banning you lot from training in Carrollton. You can come, but just don't come when the team's there. Yeah, you're not coming on tour with us, so you don't do your own thing. Ekatike links. We're linked with the skis. I think we're not going to go for him. Laurie Whitworth already said we're not going to be paying mad money for project strikers and that. So I don't think we're going to pay this 85 million. That's what they want for him. He scored 14 goals in the Bundesliga and he's like 20 or something. I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll see. Obviously, this came out yesterday. Garnacho, he refused. He rejected the opportunity to go to Saudi and go play with his goal, Al Nassr. I reckon if he didn't play with Ronaldo at Manchester United, he probably would have went Al Nassr to play with him there because he loves him so much that he would have probably wanted to play with him before he retires. You know, like just to say that I've played with my goal. Because he's played with him at United already, I think it's calm. But he probably would have went if that was the case. Remember, Ronaldo's got a bit of say now in the transfers. So maybe he was pushing it. You get me? There's something there about Juventus are ready to offer 15 million for Sancho. That was yesterday. We still ain't heard nothing about it. So there you go. Kokonki, one of the young boys. He was 16 the last time I checked. I don't know how old he is now. Big lad. And he's basically just ready to sign his first professional contract. It says club sources believe Kokonki has a bright future. Despite competition from Aiden Heaven for a first-team spot, he will likely remain with United this season instead of going out on loan. Who said that? Who said that we should go for Rodrygo? This is the Rodrygo thing. It just came out yesterday, and it was just basically saying Man United are looking. Day before yesterday, sorry. Man United are looking for more wingers, and Rodrygo is one of the players that they really like since a long time. That is probably true. We probably like a lot of players. Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that we like a lot of players don't mean nothing. We can like Mbappe. You might like a certain girl. It don't mean you have to go and talk to. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean nothing. So it probably is true. We probably do like Rodrygo, but so what? We're not going to pay 100 million for him. So that's never going to happen. Someone asked me about the Nico Jackson stuff. This is it really. It's nothing really into it. He said a lot of clubs are in for him. Aston Villa, Man United, etc. He didn't even bother naming the other clubs. So I don't even know if this is true. We always get added in everything just to make it a story, basically. because a lot of people are not going to click on it if it's not Man United. And if you look at the way that the Man United fan page even presented it to us, they presented it, Man United explode, like as if we've just picked up the phone and said, we want Nico Jackson. When you go in the actual report, you lot can see we're not even first on that list. He's talking about Aston Villa first, Man United, etc. And then Italy, Napoli's interested, blah, blah, blah. So it's not even that serious. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, he's just whatever in it. See what it's whatever. And then we got Edison. We've been linked to this geezer for ages. Fabrizio's been linking us to him. Everyone, Rob Dawson. So there's something in that. But I don't think we're ready to go for a midfielder now. So we'll see. We're gonna have to give it some time. But I reckon when it's time to go for a midfielder, it's probably gonna be Edison. I'll be real with you. He plays for Atlanta, Inter Milan, and Juventus apparently open talks as well. But I ain't heard nothing else recently. But like I said, all the Fabrizios and that, they've all come out and already said that we're in for him. This is the alternative. Remember, Nana's injured. But let me tell you something. John Victor, the geezer, as you can see in the picture, in the purple, we've been linked with him for ages now. Literally. Like a lot of people, a lot of Brazilian journalists have been linking us to him in the last 2 weeks or so, just linking us to him every day. So this is way before Onana even got injured, and he's only 5.9 million. Look how much times we got linked to him, and look at the date at the bottom, 29th of June, and then the one at the top left is 5th of July. So literally, we've been linked with him. All these are different journalists, all saying Man United are in from. Most of them are in Brazil. Breno, Andre, Geglobo, they're all in Brazil, and they're saying 5.8 million is his release clause. We're in for him. And then day before yesterday, when Onana got injured, more reports came out. Laurie Whitwell spoke about him the other day as well. He's reliable. MJ Critchley, reliable. He said the same thing. Look at the last sentence. Says John Victor is among the list of potential targets. Bayern there's a second choice goalkeeper, but he did not impress during the matches he played last season. So I think they've been trying to replace Bayern for the longest. The Bayern cost us about 3-4 million. So get rid of him for 3-4 million. Get in John Victor. And then hopefully, slowly but surely, you replace Onana with John Victor. That might have been the plan. But obviously, now that Onana's been injured, we might have to accelerate on this. Kick Bayern out by any means as soon as possible. Please, because he is just terrible. And then obviously, there's some more people in it. There's Lemons. He's going to cost like a 25. I don't think we'll go for him unless we sell Onana. Vitek, he already plays for us. And he's coming on pre-season as well, and he's going to start. But I don't think we rate him that highly, because why did we give Tom Heaton a contract then? Tom Heaton's our third goalkeeper. Why would we do that? If we knew we had Vitek there, Bayern there, Onana, Vitek, what are we doing that for? So I don't know, but we'll see. But like I said, John Victor, we're heavily in for him. So I think there's something brewing with John Victor. And he's probably going to come in. He's 5.8 million. He's 29. He needs that big move as well. He plays in Brazil, Botafogo. Give him that big move. He needs it. And then he's going to obviously, in the end, probably start playing for Brazil. But right now, they got Alisson and Edison. You're never going to get in front of them. We had this yesterday as well. This is some news about Bayern there, the same geezer. His agent has been at Carrington this week to discuss his client's Man United future. Hopefully, they're telling him, get in the bin. We don't want this geezer. Get him out of here. Get him a move. We'll accept 3 million for him or something. We already know about Alejandro Garnacho wanting to stay in the Prem. We've known that for ages. But like I told you, Fabrizio likes to be involved with everything. This came out yesterday at 8 o'clock in the morning, as you can see. Obviously, that McGrath broke the news about Garnacho rejecting the move to Saudi. And then Fabrizio at 10 o'clock, because he saw that, he had to feel involved and thought, let me put something that they already know. I've told them 50 times, but I have to put something so that they know that I still know something. And he just basically told us what we already know, that Garnacho only wants to stay in the Premier League. That's what it said in the article, by the way, McGrath. It said Garnacho has not gone to Saudi because he wants to stay in the Premier League. And he just said the same thing. And then we got Anthony Leverkusen apparently in talks with Man United to sign him. You know that Erik ten Hag is the Leverkusen manager, so maybe he finally wants his players back. Who knows? We'll see, innit? I don't know Trivella. I don't know the source that well, so I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. We'll see. And then this is the last proper report we had on Mbeumo, and it was from McGrath, the same geezer that broke Onana's news being injured. And he said, Bryan Mbeumo expected to arrive at Manchester United this week before the squad goes on tour. Breakthrough negotiations expected in the coming days for the Brentford forward. That's McGrath. And then he broke the news the day after that about Garnacho. So, going to Saudi. not going to Saudi, whatever. So yeah, that's the situation. That's more or less what's happening. I'll get a few of these messages. For those that want to see the video, I'll play it for you quickly. It's just him talking about Osimhen and Rashford. I hope Victor Gyokeres will be available in pre-season. What are you? What are you? You Arsenal fan or something? I don't understand. I still prefer Victor Gyokeres at Arsenal. I don't. What do you mean? Are you an Arsenal fan? I know he's going to be available for the first game of the season. He probably is going to be at pre-season. He will. If he gets signed off today, you lot are going on pre-season on the 17th, I think. We're going on the 19th. You lot are going 17th. So you'll be around anyway. Or get Wissa and Mbemo together. They're not selling both of them, Garang. They've already said they're not selling both of them. That's why we're checking our mirrors. Because if a Wissa goes to Nottingham Forest or Tottenham, we're finished. We can't even sign them anymore. Yeah, man, they're the freedom fighters, man. That's what you got to call them now. Sancho started a gang, bro. The freedom fighters. They all want freedom. You got to get rid of all of them. Every single one. And Boomo deal was a perfect example in what state Man United are in the moment. We can't compete or nor can sell. The worst window ever. How about John Victor? Yeah, it's crazy. It is a bad window, I'll be real, man. It's just been dragging on forever. But the selling bit, I don't really blame them too much because these geezers are all entitled and no one's coming in for them. You've seen the articles. They said they're all waiting to the end. Look at the last article on the right. That came out today, 10:32 today from Laurie Whitwell. And he said, clubs interested in the Freedom 5 sideline players are expected to wait before making formal bids, hoping the price decrease at the September the 1st deadline. How can we blame the board for not selling geezers that no one's coming in for and they're all entitled as well? They're all entitled. Garnacho, I only want the Premier League. Sancho, I'm not taking a pay cut. Rashford, I only want Barcelona. Anthony, I only want Betis. I loved it there. They're all entitled. They're not just like any bid that comes in, I'll go there. Como came in for Anthony, said, no, I only want to wait for Real Betis. Bayern Munich, they've showed interest in Rashford. I want to wait for Barca. Leverkusen showed interest in Garnacho. Napoli, no, I want to wait for Premier League clubs only. What can we do, mate? What can we do? So I don't really blame them for that. I know they're moving slow, 100%. I'm on to them about the slowness. They're definitely moving slow and moving shit. The Mbemo thing should not be 6 weeks. That is crazy. It doesn't make no sense what game they're playing over there. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. But I won't get onto them about selling players because these guys, the Freedom 5, are moving mad. If they were sitting there just waiting to go and then we're hearing this team's come in and that, look at that Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire didn't mind going. McTominay, West Ham came in for them. They was going to go. But then obviously Maguire wanted his money paid, etc., whatever. They're not moving like that. They're moving like, I only want this on my terms. That's what the Freedom 5 is doing. The only way I'm getting my freedom is the freedom happens on my terms. Get Richard Rios ASAP. Yeah, bro, man. Hopefully, man. But like I said, we have to see more about the report. You get it? I don't like just going off one report and getting excited. Come on, guys. There's only 47 likes. Let's give them 100 likes. These people are not respecting it, Joe, man. Come on, man. I'm here for you lot every day. Giving you lot all the United news, man. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe if you haven't as well. This is only the beginning. I keep telling you lot. All right, Joe, love for that. Respect it, though. Until it's Romano, here we go. Ornstein Bomb. I'm fed up with all these other journalists. But this is what I'm trying to tell you, though. It's not all about Romano and Ornstein Bombers because sometimes the little ones get it first and then Fabrizio will see it that Man United. Remember, Fabrizio follows the Man United pages. So you see these pages that you're seeing that in front of me right now, this United Truthful, etc. Fabrizio follows all of that. So when he sees that, wait a minute, Man United are what? This geezer's broke the news about this guy. Let me make a phone call and find out if it's true or not. He makes a phone call, finds out it's true, then he taps in. That's what happens a lot of the times. Fabrizio doesn't know about nothing. He doesn't get told about it. And the last minute, he will see it on somewhere, make his phone call, and then tap in. So this is what I'm saying. Me doing this job I'm doing now, obviously I'm seeing it, innit? I'm seeing different journalists come out and break different news. So obviously I've got a different understanding. I get it. And this is why I say to you lot are going to wait for your here we goes and whatnot. But mate, there's other journalists out here doing this. It's not just Fabrizio and Romano. They're the ones that get basically the icing on the cake. They just solidify it for everyone. So the other journalists will break the news and everyone will be skeptical. Even me, I'll look at it like, I don't know about that. Is that true? And then Fabrizio will come later and then say, here we go. But that journalist broke the news and he ain't getting no credit. No one will talk about him. Let me just give you an example right now. Look at this. Look at this. Watch this. Mike McGrath broke the news the other day, yeah? 151. Andre Onana has suffered a hamstring injury. Do you know Mike McGrath? I'm guessing you don't. No one probably knows him in this chat. You don't hear about him like that. He don't really come out a lot tweeting. He works for the Telegraph, and that's him. He broke the news. Andre Onana has suffered a hamstring injury in pre-season. Ben Jacobs came out. Look at that. 20 minutes after him, yeah? 20 minutes. Look at the date at the bottom of the time. 20 minutes after him, and it said, Andre Onana will miss Man United's pre-season tour of America with a hamstring injury, as McGrath called. So he's bigging up McGrath because he said it first. So look at that. He's obviously broke the news about Andre Onana. And in that, what does he say? He says, Mbeumo deal latest. Look at that, yeah? The first article. So you go to the Mbeumo deal latest, and this is what he said about it. Brian Mbeumo is expected to arrive at Manchester United this week before the squad goes on tour. Breakthrough in negotiations expected in the coming days for the Brentford forward. So we're seeing that, like, wait a minute, he just dropped the bomb about Onana, and now he's talking about Mbeumo. Is he lying about that? We've heard a lot about Mbeumo recently. Is this another guy just saying whatever? Because he's talking about shit and that. He's saying breakthrough is expected in the coming days, and he's saying he's expected to be on tour. Mbeumo's expected to come this week. That's coming. So Monday to Friday, whatever. We're meant to wrap him up, and he's going to be on tour. So I looked at that, and I went, I don't know, man. I don't know about this geezer. He's just saying that whatever. It's another geezer. Then you know what the geezer done? The next day after that. Do you know what McGrath done? So what, you don't believe me, yeah? Bam. He broke this about Garnacho. He woke up in the morning at 8 in the morning and then broke this about Garnacho the next day. This is what the geezer's doing. So this is me trying to show you that it's not just Fabrizio Romano, because Fabrizio didn't say nothing about this. Fabrizio saw that and then went on his Instagram and then just said, yeah, Garnacho's going to stay, blah, blah, blah. That's what he went and done. Look, on the 13th, 10 o'clock. Garnacho's going to stay, blah, blah, blah. He didn't say nothing about Saudi because he didn't know the info. So that's my point. He broke the news on the 8 o'clock in the morning about Garnacho. So that's what I'm trying to say. There's other journalists, bro. Some of them, you just got to pre. They might break the news first, and then another guy will come and tap in like Fabrizio. He will make a phone call. Is it true? Oh, yeah, it's true. All right, cool. Then he'll come and say, here we go, or whatever. But by the time he's done that, it's mad. So that's why I say you got to give all of them a bit of time. So yeah, that's more or less thing. Let me get a few more of these. Not gonna lie, when Ineos gave that long line to the Glazers, that's when our club died. Yeah, it's peak, man. It's peak, bruv. Peak. It's peak, man. But I don't think the Glazers ever wanted to sell it anyway. I think that was their plan all along. Just get someone on. That's what I thought. Exactly. You're right. These guys are really stupid, bro. Best way, let them play. They can get on, play for the under 18s along with Luke Shaw, Maguire, get the youth team to the senior team. It's madness, man. They all just, they want freedom, but they want freedom, but they want it with like entitlement. I need to get my freedom on my terms. That's what's going on. It's what it is, isn't it? What can we do? See Man United fans on X getting giddy about Luke Shaw and Mount being lean pisses me off, to be honest. They never learn, bro. Johnny, you see Luke Shaw. This is what I'm trying to say though. We're in a fucked up position. Luke Shaw hasn't been linked with one club. Not one club. Them two both live in their medical room. I don't know what gal is in there that's doing them up, the medical, but they live in there, that medical room. Luke Shaw and Mount. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's like everybody watches United. Banana, Casemiro, Luke Shaw, all these guys that we thought was going to go, they don't go, bro. Casemiro's got to leave on a free next year. Banana, Monaco come inquired and then said, we're out of here. We can't be bothered. So this is what's going on, man. It's a weird one, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I saw that, though. They're lean. They've all look a bit lean and they've lost weight. So who knows? We'll see. Hopefully they're going to be running a lot and they're going to be putting their heart on the pitch. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. But cool, man. So I'm going to more or less spoke about everything, haven't I? Gyökeres thing has really pissed me off, though. I'll be real, man. I wanted it to really happen. But what I'm going to do anyway, for those that asked and those that missed out, I'm going to play the video what Fabrizio said. He spoke about Osimhen, Rashford, obviously Gyökeres, and then boom, I'll take some of these messages and I'm going to wrap up after that. So I got you lot. Don't watch nothing. Yeah.
5 million euros to Sporting. Plus 10 million euros in add-ons. These add-ons are being completed in these hours, and this is what's going to bring us to the here we go, the structure of the add-ons, but there are no problems, no big issues. Arsenal are quite relaxed also because they started exchanging official emails with Sporting to complete the transfer, and so Victor Gyokeres to Arsenal is about to become a here we go. Again, maybe while you are watching this video, Sporting, and that way it could be Saudi with a massive proposal discussed also by Sporting, something like, okay, if we don't get a deal done with Arsenal, you can go to Saudi. It's big money, way higher than the salary offered by Arsenal. Victor Gyokeres in this camp, the reply was very clear from the player: thanks, but for me it's only Arsenal Football Club. No chance for other moves, no chance for other possibilities. And then what happened? On this Sunday, many important things happened, with two meetings, one taking place in the afternoon, the other one tonight. Arsenal basically prepared the story by giving their willingness to get closer to what Sporting wanted, but also the role of the agents has been important because they reduce their commission in the deal. So instead of getting the 10% from Sporting, they will now reduce that number. And so Arsenal are prepared to pay 63.5 million euros fixed guaranteed fee for Victor Gyokeres. So that's going to be the fixed part of the deal, 63.5. Arsenal will also pay part of the commission to the agent of the player, so the final numbers will be higher. But in terms of transfer fee, the commission is in every single deal in football, not just in this one. So we have to talk about transfer fee, and the transfer fee will be 63.5 million euros to Sporting, plus 10 million euros in add-ons. These add-ons are being completed in these hours, and this is what's going to bring us to the here we go, the structure of the add-ons, but there are no problems, no big issues. Arsenal are quite relaxed also because they started exchanging official emails with Sporting to complete the transfer, and so Victor Gyokeres to Arsenal is about to become a here we go. Again, maybe while you are watching this video is already going to be a here we go, because any minute it can come, waiting for final approval from Sporting on the add-ons, and then Victor Gyokeres, new Arsenal striker. We are almost there after a long saga, with the player always first giving priority to Arsenal, then saying only Arsenal Football Club, with a very strong position that made the difference in a very tense situation between the Sporting, the agents of the player, Arsenal, but never with the deal collapsing, never with the deal off. And so now for Arsenal fans, after a week spent here on the channel on YouTube, putting here my face and telling you this deal is gonna happen, this deal is ongoing, this deal is not collapsing, this deal is on, now we are at the here we go. Then guys, let me clarify that reports, some stories you sent me on all social media about Man United maybe hijacking the deal for Galatasaray for Victor Osimhen. From what I'm told, this is not true. Victor Osimhen is getting closer to joining Galatasaray. 40 million euros fixed fee, 35 million euros in add-ons, so 75 million euros between fixed part and, not add-ons, but guaranteed money in installments. So basically Galatasaray will pay 75 million euros, 40 immediately, 35 in few years. Now Napoli have to give the final approval to this bid with bank guarantees, but Galatasaray are getting closer. Galatasaray are always confident to sign Osimhen. New contest to take place in a new week, but for sure Galatasaray remain the favorites to sign Victor Osimhen. Man United are not part of this story, not part of this conversation, also because Galatasaray are going to give Osimhen an important salary, 16 million euros net per season. Man United were never going to be at the table for those numbers in terms of salary. So that's the Victor Osimhen story. Forget about the hijack. Let me tell you again what I told you yesterday about Marcus Rashford. Many people told you now Barca are going very strong to get the deal done for Rashford. I'm still told that Barcelona, as of Sunday, have still not decided what they want to do with the winger. Rashford is an option. Rashford wants to go to Barcelona, but Man United have not received any bid or any official contact from Barca. Barca internally still have to decide whether they want to go for Rashford or another player. We know they dream of Luis Diaz, but it's complicated. But at the moment, they've not started an official negotiation yet for Rashford, so that situation remains one to watch for sure, but not guaranteed for Barcelona at this stage.
As you heard him, 16 million. We're not paying 16 million for Osimhen, bro. Forget about that. Gyökeres is more or less wrapped up. We need another striker. I don't know who the striker is going to be. Like I said to you, though, it has to be more or less Watkins, bro. He's got the best record there. If anyone can come to me and tell me someone that's got a better record in the Prem than Watkins, I'm willing to hear it. But I don't think anybody's got a better record. 16 league goals for the last 3 seasons. It's probably the best we can deal with. with our situation where we've finished 15th, no Europe, blah, blah, blah. But the 60 million that they're asking for is crazy. They need to drop that to about 45, 50. You understand? He's 29. I know he's got 3 years left in his contract, but if they drop that money and they got FFP problems as well, you know. But the only thing is, well, they ain't got no striker. They had Duran, they sold him. Rashford was their backup striker, remember. He wasn't even their backup because he was playing more than Watkins, to be honest. He was starting. But they need a striker. So would they even sell him right now as well? That's a bit mad as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I think this is the best of the rest. I'm not sitting there and saying this guy's a world beater. I showed you the charts. He misses a lot of chances as well. He missed the most chances last season. He missed the most chance in the Prem, 27, I think it was. So he does miss chances. He's a bit of a 50-50 guy. Like 1 minute he will bag goals, 1 minute he might not. So I'm not sitting there and saying, yeah, but for what we can deal with and what we can attract right now, and with all these L's, Osimhen, Gyokeres, the laps, I think this Skeez is the last person. That's the only thing about him is this thing here, 27 big chances missed. That's the only thing I'll say about him. But yeah, man, apart from that, what happened today? Boom. Yeah, I just saw that. He's moving mad, didn't he? I don't know how much he's going to get, though. 500K or something little. Axel needs to grow a pair and grow up. Get players in. Watkins would be good just until we get up to where we need to be. I'm not saying he's going to win us the league, but yeah, 100%, man. That's what I'm saying. He's better than what we have. And when you look at 24 goals and assists last season, obviously he missed 27 chances. Cool. But like I said, the geezer is consistent in the Prem. A lot of strikers ain't consistent. People are asking about Mateta. Mateta's had one good season and he didn't even get 13 goals. Or he will be on this list. Or maybe he got 13 goals. That's it. But yeah, so I hear what it's 100%. I'm with you, AP. Get him to where we need to go and then we can get a proper striker in. By that time, Højlund's probably gone and you know what I mean? But this is my man's record. This is the last hope of something. We don't get him, then we have to get someone on loan. And I don't know who would even be good on loan. Gonzalo Ramos, maybe. I don't know, mate. But 16 league goals in 3 seasons. He scored 75 goals, the most Aston Villa. That's it. He's got the most goals for Aston Villa. So I don't know, man. So we'll see, man. So if Gyökeres was prioritising Man United, Arsenal would have probably gone in for... No, he wanted Sesko. They wanted Sesko, but he's 90 million euros and they won't drop the price. They wanted Sesko. They've all said it. They wanted Sesko. Because it's 90 million euros, they wouldn't drop the price and they just said, fuck it, we'll move on. That's what happened. The transfer window is boring as a Man United fan. The rumours are boring. When it's deadline day, so that was, seems mad, isn't it? Hopefully, though, we've seen the reports about Mbeumo, so hopefully this week is crucial. Even Fabrizio said next week is meant to be crucial. Because remember, we've got our pre-season starts on the 19th, which is in about 5 days. So if we don't have Mbeumo for pre-season, this might go on for about 2 months, this stuff with Mbeumo. There's no rush no more. What are we rushing for? So we need to make sure we wrap this up this week, bro. When is deadline day? Deadline day is on the 31st of August. That's deadline day. So yeah, man, that's about it. Gyokeres has gone Arsenal. Forget that guy. Hopefully flops, whatever. Rashford, they're still not convinced on him. They only want a loan. Fabrizio just said it in the video that you lot just heard. He said basically they haven't made up their mind yet. They're going to see Garnacho. He's not coming on pre-season, despite reports. Chelsea still want him. The club's interested of the Freedom 5 are going to wait to the end of the deadline day to try and get the deals on the low. So they're going to be smart. So people are sitting there saying, why are we not selling? They're not even coming in to bid for these guys. And they all got their own preference anyway. Garnacho only wants to stay in the Prem. Rashford only wants Barcelona. Sancho don't want to take a pay cut. Anthony wants Real Betis only. It's crazy. Let's get Vardy quickly. This guy is funny. Fletcher's obviously the new under-18s coach. Marcus Rashford and Garnacho are training by themselves. They can't train with the team. We already know that. They were training the other day, and the under-10s were there as well. We're still in for Ekatike, apparently. I've already showed you that we're not going to pay 85 million. Laurie Whitwell said that, so you might as well forget about that. Watkins, I think it's the last guy left out of all the choices that's left. I think he's the only one. Literally, 16 league goals in the last 3 seasons. Like, a lot of people ain't done that in the Prem. Then we got Nico Jackson, some fake rumours. The geezer couldn't even be bothered to even explain himself. He just said that Aston Villa, Man United, etc. So I don't even take. I take this with a pinch of salt. Edison have been linked with him heavy for ages. Fabrizio's linked us. Rob Dawson, loads of people. We saw this was all more or less yesterday. Bayinda's meant to be his future. Hopefully they get rid of him. He's pony. Garnacho's going to remain in the Premier League. We already know that. Leverkusen want Anthony. That's Eric Ten Hag. So hopefully it's true. Do you understand? I think after 5 games, he's not getting any players. I don't think he'll leave though, man, because we know he's got a hard 5 games, man. He's got a hard 5 games, but I don't really stress when it comes to the big teams. I stress about the little teams. I'm more stressed about the Brentfords and the Bournemouths. You get it? I don't really stress about the big teams because you can't tell me one of the big teams that we played that moved to us. The only big team that isn't really a big team, they're not in the big 6, is Newcastle. 3-0 at home and 4-1 at their ground. Apart from, and that was after half-time. They just capitulated. It was 1-1 at half-time. Apart from that, all the Chelseas, the Cities, the Arsenals, bro, we don't play bad against them. So I'm not really worried about them games. I'm more worried about the small teams, the Bournemouths. We can't handle them. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that we struggle with. We can't break them down. We don't know what to do. We look clueless. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens with that. Like I said, who's that one there? What about Boniface or Soloff? I ain't seen them too hard. I don't think Soloff's going to leave Atletico Madrid. He's been banging them in. He's good over there. He scores hat-tricks and 4 goals a season and that. 4 goals a game. I don't think he'll leave. They want him over there. But he could suit it, though. Imagine we buy Vardy. I know, Lucky's mad, innit? Man said, get Vardy in quickly. Who is Enzo that Man United signed? Oh, yeah, one of the young boys. He's gone to Luzon. That's like Ineos' other team. They got Nice, Man United, and Luzon. It's in Switzerland. So he's just one of the young boys. He might come in next season and be hit the ground running. Who knows? But he's just a young kid at the moment. We ain't got no time to put him in at the moment. So boom. Newcastle's balling. They're dangerous, mate. Chelsea never underestimate that. PSG got hurt. Imagine Man United beat Arsenal 5-0. It's crazy. It could be crazy, but I don't think right now we've got the strength right now. If we get a striker in, we get Mbeumo, and we get maybe a midfielder, a keeper, then man, we could be confident going into that game. Right now, going into that game, when they got Gyokeres and all these guys, it's a long day, man. Watkins is literally going to turn out like Casemiro and Varane, declining players who are going to give you a year or two. This is what I'm saying. I can't see who else though, man. Who else that they will go for realistic wise? I'm not saying who we want because a lot of us are saying Mateta, but realistic wise, we've been linked with Watkins, Moise Kean. Moise Kean's got a release clause that ends tomorrow for £45 million. So we're not getting him. So I'm just saying of who is realistic and that they have looked at, not us. Because we will sit here and say, do you know what I'm saying? We will say loads of players. We would, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. So let's hope this is true, man. And this just happens in the next coming days, man. Yeah, breakthrough in the negotiations. Remember, pre-season's on the 19th. We have to wrap that one up ASAP. So my people, then, love for everyone that's been in the chat. Love for everyone that's been inside. I'm going to leave you lot now. I'll be back on later. Peace out. Everyone have a great day.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, I'm preserving beat, I'm